When people talk about boats that can truly do a little bit of everything, one name almost always enters the conversation: Boston Whaler. For decades, the company has built a reputation around safety, reliability, and practical design. Among its lineup, the 280 Dauntless stands out as a versatile center console that promises to handle fishing trips, family outings, water sports, and coastal cruising without feeling out of place in any of those roles. But does it actually deliver on that promise? In this review, we're taking a detailed look at the Boston Whaler 280 Dauntless. We'll explore its design philosophy, construction quality, on-water performance, comfort, fishing capability, and everyday practicality. Rather than focusing only on technical specifications, we'll also discuss what it's like to own and use this boat in real-world situations. At first glance, the 280 Dauntless immediately projects confidence. Its clean lines, wide beam, and elevated bow create a modern profile that feels both sporty and functional. Nothing about the design appears excessive or overly complicated. Every section of the boat seems to serve a purpose, which has always been one of Boston Whaler's strongest design characteristics. One of the first things many people notice is the generous amount of deck space. Even before stepping aboard, it's clear that this boat was designed for movement. Whether you're walking around with fishing gear, helping children get ready for a swim, or simply carrying coolers and bags for a day on the water, the open layout makes everything feel easier. The center console arrangement provides an excellent balance between accessibility and protection. Wide walkways allow passengers to move from the stern to the bow without squeezing past obstacles. This may sound like a small detail, but on busy boating days, thoughtful deck design makes a significant difference. Boston Whaler has always emphasized durability, and the 280 Dauntless continues that tradition. The boat feels solid underfoot, with very little flex throughout the deck. Every hatch closes with a reassuring weight, and hardware throughout the boat gives the impression of quality rather than cost-cutting. Attention to detail becomes more apparent the longer you look around. Stainless steel fittings are neatly installed. Storage compartments are finished cleanly. Hinges, latches, grab rails, and seating mechanisms all contribute to an overall impression that this boat was engineered for years of regular use rather than occasional weekend outings. One characteristic that has helped define Boston Whaler for generations is its foam-filled hull construction. This manufacturing approach contributes not only to flotation, but also to the remarkably solid feel of the boat while underway. Instead of sounding hollow when waves strike the hull, the structure tends to absorb impacts with a more substantial and reassuring character. For many owners, this sense of confidence is one of the biggest reasons they choose a Boston Whaler in the first place. Stepping into the cockpit, the layout immediately reflects versatility. Nothing feels permanently dedicated to a single activity. Instead, almost every area serves multiple purposes depending on how the boat is being used that day. Imagine starting the morning with a few hours of fishing offshore. Later in the afternoon, the rods are stored away, cushions are installed, and the same boat becomes a comfortable platform for family cruising. By evening, friends gather aboard for a sunset ride along the coast. That kind of flexibility is exactly what the Dauntless series was designed to provide. The helm deserves particular attention because it's where owners spend most of their time. Visibility from the captain's position is excellent in nearly every direction. The elevated seating position allows a clear view over the bow while maintaining good awareness of passengers and surrounding traffic. Modern electronics integrate naturally into the dashboard without creating visual clutter. Large multifunction displays fit comfortably within the console, leaving enough room for engine monitoring systems, navigation controls, communication equipment, and accessory switches. The controls themselves feel intuitive. Throttle placement is comfortable, steering movement is smooth, and frequently used switches remain within easy reach. Long days on the water become much less tiring when the helm has been designed with ergonomics in mind. Wind protection is another pleasant surprise. While center console boats are naturally more exposed than enclosed cabins, The windshield and console design help direct airflow around the driver and passengers more effectively than many people might expect. Comfort extends well beyond the helm. The seating arrangement throughout the boat reflects careful planning. Rather than simply adding cushions wherever space allows, Boston Whaler has created seating areas that encourage conversation while still preserving open deck space for movement. Forward seating transforms the bow into a comfortable lounge. When cushions are installed, passengers have a relaxed place to enjoy the ride, whether cruising slowly through calm bays or heading toward a favorite fishing destination. The aft seating area also adapts well to different activities. During fishing trips, open cockpit space becomes the priority. During family outings, additional seating quickly becomes available without requiring complicated adjustments. Storage is another area where the 280 Dauntless performs exceptionally well. Every boating trip seems to involve more equipment than expected. Towels, life jackets, fishing tackle, ropes, fenders, water toys, food, drinks, extra clothing, emergency supplies, and electronic devices all need dedicated places to stay organized. Fortunately, Boston Whaler appears to have anticipated this reality. Storage compartments are distributed throughout the boat rather than concentrated in one location. This allows equipment to remain close to where it's actually used, reducing unnecessary movement around the deck while underway. Many compartments are large enough to accommodate bulky gear, while smaller spaces handle everyday essentials that owners frequently access throughout the day. As impressive as the layout may be at the dock, every boat ultimately proves itself once it leaves the marina. This is where the Boston Whaler 280 Dauntless begins to demonstrate why it has earned such a loyal following. As the engines come to life and the boat eases away from the dock, one of the first impressions is refinement. Controls respond predictably, low-speed maneuvering feels composed, and visibility remains excellent while navigating crowded marina channels. Increasing throttle gradually brings the hull onto plane with very little drama. Instead of an abrupt transition, acceleration feels smooth and progressive. The bow rises briefly before settling into a comfortable running attitude that provides clear forward visibility. Once cruising speed is established, the hull exhibits a confident personality. Rather than feeling nervous or overly sensitive to steering input, the boat maintains its course with reassuring stability. Small steering corrections are all that's needed to remain online, allowing the captain to relax rather than constantly making adjustments. The experience becomes even more enjoyable in moderate chop. Instead of pounding aggressively over every wave, the hull works to soften impacts while maintaining forward momentum. Although no boat completely eliminates rough water motion, the 280 Dauntless demonstrates the kind of balanced ride that encourages longer days on the water without excessive fatigue. This combination of comfort, stability, and predictable handling forms the foundation of everything else the boat offers. Whether the day's goal is serious fishing, entertaining family members, exploring hidden coves, or simply enjoying an afternoon cruise along the coastline, the Boston Whaler 280 Dauntless begins to reveal itself as far more than just another center console. It presents itself as a carefully engineered platform designed to adapt to changing plans without asking its owner to compromise. And that versatility becomes even more apparent once we begin exploring its performance characteristics in greater detail. Performance is often the deciding factor when choosing a center console, and the Boston Whaler 280 Dauntless is designed to deliver a balanced experience rather than chasing extreme numbers. It isn't intended to be the fastest boat on the water, nor does it try to compete with dedicated offshore racing machines. Instead, its personality is built around confidence, consistency, and versatility. Power typically comes from twin outboard engines, giving the boat both impressive acceleration and a reassuring level of redundancy. Having two engines isn't just about reaching higher speeds. It also improves maneuverability around docks, enhances stability during low-speed operation, and provides additional peace of mind when traveling farther from shore. The moment the throttles move forward, the boat responds with smooth, predictable acceleration. Rather than surging aggressively, it builds speed in a controlled and effortless manner. Even with several passengers aboard, the hull rises onto plane without feeling strained, making departures feel relaxed instead of rushed. One of the first things you'll notice once underway is how composed the boat remains. The engines work together seamlessly, delivering steady power that feels easy to manage regardless of whether you're cruising through calm bays or heading toward open water. Finding a comfortable cruising speed takes very little effort. Once there, the Dauntless settles into an easy rhythm, where the engines produce enough power to maintain momentum without creating unnecessary noise or vibration. This balance makes long-distance cruising far more enjoyable than constantly adjusting throttle positions. As the boat gains speed, the hull begins to reveal one of its greatest strengths, its ability to inspire confidence. Some center consoles can feel light and reactive, requiring constant steering corrections. The 280 Dauntless feels different. It tracks naturally, maintaining its heading with minimal input from the helm. This becomes especially noticeable on longer runs. Instead of continuously correcting the wheel, the captain can focus on navigation, surrounding traffic, and changing water conditions. The steering feels precise, but never overly sensitive, creating a relaxed driving experience that encourages longer adventures. Of course, no boating day is spent entirely on calm water. Wind increases. Boat traffic creates wakes. Conditions change unexpectedly. These situations often separate average hull designs from exceptional ones. The Boston Whaler 280 Dauntless handles moderate chop with impressive composure. As waves approach, the hull slices through them with a controlled motion rather than crashing harshly over every crest. Passengers still recognize that they're traveling across open water, but impacts remain controlled and predictable. Rather than producing loud slamming sounds, the hull absorbs much of the energy before transmitting it throughout the boat. This contributes to a noticeably quieter ride and reduces fatigue during extended trips. Turning performance is equally impressive. At moderate cruising speeds, the boat leans naturally into corners without feeling unstable. The transition feels progressive, allowing the captain to maintain confidence even during tighter maneuvers. There is no sense of hesitation or unexpected behavior, only smooth and consistent handling. Whether avoiding floating debris, navigating winding channels, or simply enjoying a more spirited driving experience, the Dauntless responds exactly as expected. Visibility also remains excellent throughout the turning process. The elevated helm position allows the operator to maintain a clear view of the surrounding water while keeping an eye on passengers moving around the deck. This level of visibility contributes significantly to overall safety, particularly in crowded waterways. Low-speed handling deserves special recognition as well. Many larger center consoles can become intimidating inside marinas, especially when wind begins pushing against the hull. Thanks to its twin-engine configuration, the 280 Dauntless feels surprisingly manageable. Small throttle adjustments allow the captain to pivot the boat with precision. Docking becomes less stressful, and revering into slips feels much more controlled than many first-time owners might expect. For experienced boaters, these characteristics quickly become second nature. For newer owners, they help build confidence with every outing. Another important aspect of performance is ride quality over longer periods. It's easy to judge a boat during a quick 15-minute test drive, but spending several hours on the water often reveals characteristics that short demonstrations never expose. The Boston Whaler performs exceptionally well in this regard. Even after extended cruising, the ride remains comfortable. The seating provides good support, the driving position feels natural, and the overall balance of the hull minimizes unnecessary motion whenever possible. Passengers also benefit from the boat's wide beam. There is enough space for people to move comfortably without constantly adjusting around one another, creating a much more relaxed atmosphere during family outings or entertaining guests. Noise management contributes to this experience as well. At cruising speeds, conversations remain easy without requiring everyone to raise their voices. Wind noise is present, as expected on any open center console, but it rarely overwhelms the overall experience. This allows passengers to enjoy the journey rather than simply waiting to reach the destination. Fuel efficiency is another area where balanced design becomes apparent. Naturally, actual consumption depends on engine selection, passenger load, weather conditions, and cruising speed. However, the 280 Dauntless is clearly intended to provide practical operating costs for a boat of its size. Captains who maintain efficient cruising speeds, rather than constantly running at maximum throttle, will appreciate respectable range for coastal exploration, island hopping, and full-day adventures. This flexibility opens up a variety of boating experiences. A morning fishing trip can smoothly transition into lunch at a waterfront restaurant. An afternoon of towing water toys can become an evening cruise along the coastline. Instead of forcing owners to specialize in one activity, the boat adapts naturally throughout the day. Another characteristic that becomes increasingly noticeable is stability while stopped. Whether preparing fishing tackle, helping children climb back aboard after swimming, or simply relaxing with friends, the boat remains remarkably steady for a center console. This stability makes ordinary activities feel more comfortable and gives everyone aboard greater confidence when moving around. Weather conditions can change quickly, particularly in coastal environments. Having a boat that responds calmly, rather than dramatically, allows the captain to focus on making smart decisions instead of constantly fighting the controls. That sense of predictability is difficult to quantify on a specification sheet, but it often becomes one of the qualities owners value most after months or even years of ownership. Performance isn't always measured by top speed. Sometimes it's measured by how relaxed everyone feels after spending an entire day on the water. In that respect, the Boston Whaler 280 Dauntless performs exceptionally well. It transforms routine boating into an experience that feels effortless, allowing the captain and passengers to focus less on managing the boat and more on enjoying where the journey leads. As enjoyable as the ride is, performance alone doesn't define this boat. The true personality of the 280 Dauntless begins to emerge when we look beyond speed and handling to examine how well it serves anglers, families, and recreational boaters alike. One of the most impressive qualities of the Boston Whaler 280 Dauntless is that it never feels dedicated to just one type of boating. Many center consoles lean heavily towards serious offshore fishing or family recreation, but this model manages to bridge both worlds with remarkable success. Imagine arriving at the marina just after sunrise. The air is cool, the water is calm, and the boat is loaded with rods, tackle boxes, bait, and enough supplies for an entire day offshore. The spacious cockpit immediately proves its value. There is plenty of room for multiple anglers to prepare their equipment without constantly getting in each other's way. The wide walkways make it easy to move around the boat, even while carrying gear. Reaching the bow feels natural, and the uncluttered layout reduces the chances of snagging fishing lines or stumbling over unnecessary obstacles. For anglers, practical features matter just as much as horsepower. The 280 Dauntless includes numerous rod holders positioned throughout the boat, making it convenient to keep equipment organized and within easy reach. Whether trolling along the coastline or drifting over productive fishing grounds, having rods securely positioned helps maintain a clean and efficient workspace. Live wells are another important feature for serious fishermen. Keeping bait healthy throughout the day can significantly improve fishing success, and Boston Whaler integrates these systems without sacrificing valuable deck space. Fish boxes are equally well thought out. Large insulated compartments provide convenient storage for the day's catch while keeping the deck clean and organized. These compartments also double as additional storage when fishing isn't on the schedule, reinforcing the boat's multi-purpose philosophy. Speaking of storage, organization is one of the Dauntless's strongest attributes. Every boating adventure seems to accumulate more equipment than expected. Fishing tackle, snorkeling gear, inflatable toys, extra clothing, cameras, safety equipment, towels, coolers, and personal bags all require secure places to stay dry and accessible. Instead of forcing everything into one oversized locker, the boat distributes storage throughout the deck. This approach makes everyday use much more convenient because the items you need are usually close to where you'll actually use them. Once the fishing rods are stored away, the personality of the boat changes almost instantly. What was previously a capable fishing platform transforms into an inviting family cruiser. The bow seating area becomes one of the most popular gathering spots on board. Thick cushions provide excellent comfort, allowing passengers to stretch out while enjoying the scenery. Whether cruising along the coastline or anchored inside a quiet bay, this space encourages relaxation without feeling isolated from the rest of the boat. Conversations flow naturally because the seating arrangement allows everyone to remain connected. Unlike some center consoles where passengers face only forward, the Dauntless creates multiple social areas that encourage interaction. Families can spend hours aboard without feeling confined to a single position. The helm seating deserves additional recognition. Long boating days place considerable demands on the captain, and supportive seating becomes increasingly important over time. Boston Whaler has designed the helm area with both comfort and functionality in mind. The driving position remains comfortable whether sitting or standing. Footrests are positioned naturally, visibility remains excellent, and every primary control falls comfortably within reach. These details may seem minor during a short demonstration ride, but they become increasingly valuable after several hours behind the wheel. Protection from the elements also contributes to overall comfort. The windshield helps redirect airflow, reducing fatigue during longer runs. While passengers still enjoy the open-air experience that makes center consoles so appealing, they aren't constantly battling direct wind at cruising speed. Shade is another consideration during warm summer days. Many owners choose optional sunshade systems that extend the usable living space considerably. Whether anchored for lunch or spending an afternoon swimming, having protection from direct sunlight dramatically improves comfort for everyone on board. Swimming, in fact, is another activity where the Dauntless excels. The boarding arrangements make entering and exiting the water surprisingly easy. After snorkeling, paddleboarding, or simply cooling off on a hot afternoon, returning to the boat feels secure thanks to thoughtfully positioned swim platforms and boarding ladders. Families with children especially appreciate these practical details. Parents can assist younger swimmers more comfortably, while older passengers benefit from stable boarding points that inspire confidence. Entertainment is another area where this boat shines. Picture a quiet afternoon anchored near a sandy beach. Music plays softly through the onboard sound system while friends gather around with refreshments. Some relax in the bow, others sit near the stern with their feet in the water, and a few take turns swimming nearby. The boat feels less like a fishing machine and more like a floating lounge. That adaptability is one of its greatest strengths. Build quality plays a major role in creating this premium atmosphere. Everywhere you look, materials reflect Boston Whaler's commitment to durability. Upholstery feels substantial, stitching appears carefully executed, and seating surfaces are designed to withstand years of exposure to sunlight, saltwater, and regular use. Hardware throughout the boat reinforces this impression. Grab rails feel secure in the hand. Hinges operate smoothly. Compartment lids open with reassuring weight. Latches engage cleanly without excessive force. These small details often go unnoticed during the first few minutes aboard, but over years of ownership, they become clear indicators of thoughtful engineering. Another area worth mentioning is the boat's overall fit and finish. Panel gaps remain consistent. Storage compartments align properly. Access doors close securely. Electrical switches are logically arranged. Nothing appears rushed or unfinished. Instead, the entire boat presents a polished appearance that reflects careful manufacturing standards. Maintenance is another practical consideration for long-term ownership. Saltwater boating naturally demands regular cleaning, but the Dauntless has been designed with maintenance in mind. Smooth deck surfaces are relatively easy to rinse, compartments drain efficiently, and materials throughout the boat are selected to withstand harsh marine environments. Routine care still remains essential, of course, but owners are unlikely to spend unnecessary time fighting poor design decisions. As the hours pass during a typical day on the water, another characteristic becomes increasingly obvious. Fatigue arrives much more slowly than expected. Comfortable seating, stable handling, practical storage, and intelligent deck design combine to create an experience that encourages people to stay out longer. Instead of feeling ready to head back after only a few hours, many owners find themselves extending their trips simply because the boat remains enjoyable throughout the day. That may be one of the greatest compliments any recreational boat can receive. It quietly removes the inconveniences that often interrupt boating adventures. Rather than demanding constant attention, it allows owners to focus on the people they're with, the places they're exploring, and the memories they're creating. By now, it's clear that the Boston Whaler 280 Dauntless is much more than a capable performer or a well-equipped fishing platform. It is a thoughtfully designed recreational boat that adapts effortlessly to changing plans and different lifestyles. But no boat is perfect. Every design involves compromises, every owner has different priorities, and every purchase deserves careful consideration. Before reaching a final verdict, it's important to examine where the 280 Dauntless truly stands in today's competitive center console market and determine exactly who will benefit most from everything it has to offer. By this point, we've explored the Boston Whaler 280 Dauntless from nearly every angle. We've looked at its construction, its performance on the water, its versatility, and the features that make it suitable for a wide range of boating activities. What becomes increasingly clear is that this boat wasn't designed to dominate a single category. Instead, it was created to perform exceptionally well across many different situations. That philosophy is perhaps its greatest strength. Many boat owners eventually discover that their interests change over time. A weekend dedicated entirely to fishing may be followed by a family cruise the next. One trip might involve exploring quiet islands, while another focuses on water sports or simply relaxing with friends in a peaceful cove. The 280 Dauntless adapts naturally to these changing plans without requiring major compromises. This flexibility also makes ownership more rewarding over the long term. Rather than feeling limited by a specialized layout, owners often discover new ways to enjoy the boat as their experience grows. Families introduce children to boating, anglers explore new fishing grounds, and couples plan longer coastal adventures. The same boat continues to support these evolving experiences year after year. Of course, purchasing a premium center console is a significant investment. For many buyers, the decision extends far beyond horsepower or overall length. Factors such as build quality, reliability, resale value, maintenance requirements, and long-term durability often become even more important than performance numbers alone. This is an area where Boston Whaler has built one of the strongest reputations in the marine industry. The company has spent decades earning the confidence of boaters through consistent engineering, high manufacturing standards, and a commitment to producing boats that remain desirable long after their initial purchase. That reputation often contributes to strong resale value. While every used boat depends on condition, maintenance history, engine hours, and market demand, Boston whaler models generally attract considerable interest on the pre-owned market. Buyers recognize the brand's reputation, which can make ownership feel like a more secure long-term investment. Durability also plays an important role. Marine environments are unforgiving. Saltwater, sunlight, changing temperatures, and constant vibration gradually test every component on board. A boat that performs beautifully during its first season, but begins showing premature wear after only a few years can become frustrating and expensive to maintain. The 280 Dauntless is clearly designed with longevity in mind. From its solid hull construction to its quality hardware and carefully finished interior spaces, the overall impression is one of confidence rather than compromise. That doesn't mean maintenance can be ignored. Like every boat, regular care remains essential. Engines require scheduled servicing. The hull should be cleaned routinely. Upholstery benefits from proper protection against UV exposure, and electrical systems should be inspected periodically. Owners who stay consistent with preventive maintenance are far more likely to enjoy years of dependable service while preserving both performance and resale value. Another important consideration is comfort during extended ownership. It's easy to become impressed during a brief demonstration ride, but true satisfaction comes after dozens or even hundreds of days on the water. Does the seating remain comfortable? Does the storage layout continue to make sense? Are passengers still enjoying the experience after several hours? Does the captain feel confident regardless of changing conditions? The Boston Whaler 280 Dauntless answers these questions remarkably well. Its thoughtful layout continues to prove itself with repeated use. Features that initially seem like small conveniences gradually become everyday necessities. Wide walkways, abundant storage, supportive seating, and stable handling all contribute to an ownership experience that feels refined instead of demanding. Naturally, no boat is perfect. Prospective buyers should honestly evaluate how they intend to use their boat before making a final decision. If someone is searching for a tournament-focused offshore fishing machine built exclusively for chasing large game fish in deep water, there are more specialized options available. Likewise, buyers wanting the enclosed accommodations of a cabin cruiser or overnight yacht may find themselves looking toward entirely different categories. The Dauntless intentionally occupies the middle ground. It embraces versatility instead of specialization. For many people, that balance represents its greatest advantage. Families appreciate its spacious seating and comfortable social areas. Anglers value its practical fishing features and open cockpit. Weekend explorers enjoy its smooth ride and dependable handling. Water sports enthusiasts benefit from its generous deck space and easy access to the water. Few boats transition between these activities as naturally as the 280 Dauntless. Another factor worth mentioning is confidence. Some boats impress through aggressive styling or extraordinary speed. Others impress by making every trip feel predictable, comfortable, and secure. The Boston Whaler belongs firmly in the second category. There is a reassuring sense of solidity that accompanies nearly every aspect of the boating experience. Whether leaving the marina before sunrise, crossing open water during changing weather, or returning home after sunset, the boat consistently communicates stability and composure. That emotional confidence is difficult to measure on paper, but experienced boaters recognize its value immediately. As the years pass, those feelings often become more meaningful than any headline performance figure. Because ultimately, boating is about much more than specifications. It's about early mornings when the water is perfectly calm. It's about discovering quiet anchorages hidden just beyond the next point of land. It's about watching dolphins surface alongside the boat. It's about teaching children how to cast a fishing line for the first time. It's about sharing conversations while the sun slowly disappears beneath the horizon. A great boat becomes the setting where those memories happen. In that respect, the Boston Whaler 280 Dauntless succeeds exceptionally well. It provides a capable platform that encourages exploration without overwhelming the owner with unnecessary complexity. It combines thoughtful engineering with practical versatility, allowing each outing to become whatever the day demands. Whether that means an offshore fishing adventure, a relaxed family cruise, an afternoon of swimming, or simply enjoying the freedom of open water, the boat feels ready for the task. After spending time examining every aspect of its design and performance, one conclusion becomes difficult to ignore. The Boston Whaler 280 Dauntless is not defined by a single outstanding feature. Instead, its true achievement lies in how successfully all of its individual elements work together. The construction feels solid. The handling inspires confidence. The layout remains practical. The comfort exceeds expectations. The versatility expands its usefulness far beyond many competing center consoles. For boaters seeking one vessel capable of supporting a wide variety of adventures without sacrificing quality, refinement, or everyday usability, the Boston Whaler 280 Dauntless stands as one of the most complete and thoughtfully engineered options in its class. And perhaps that's the best compliment any boat can receive. Long after the excitement of purchasing something new has faded, it continues to do exactly what its owner hoped it would do. It simply makes every day on the water a little more enjoyable.